Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my YourMC Let's Play. So yeah, in today's episode we are going to be going ahead and making a slime farm actually. But first, in between episodes, as you can see, I've gotten rid of all the temporary stuff over here, and I've, cleaned up the terrain and so on. And that pretty much means like all the terrain inside the triangle here is pretty much done. And as for the animals that were over here, I simply moved them over there temporarily. But yeah. Anyways, like I said, we are going to be building a slime farm, and I've actually pulled up a mist already, and I have found us a slime chunk right here. But before I get into that a little bit more, I want to go ahead and show you guys a new feature, and if I've added to the storage room. You can sort of see it right there with the anvils, and you probably already got an idea of what it is. But yeah, let's see if we go in here. For one, of course, I've moved all my items into the storage room here, and second, as you can see, like this anvil area right here, we got buttons up above, and if I press the button, it gives us an anvil. So yeah, that's pretty nice, I'd say. I'm gonna go ahead and oops, I didn't mean to break that. I'm gonna go ahead, do that, press the button, and there you go. Yeah, smooth, seamless, and so on. You would never, like, the thing is, I was looking at this and I was just like, my goodness, that is perfect for an Anvil Dispenser. So I went ahead and built it, and my goodness, am I glad I did. I know that, dropping anvils technically does have, like, a chance to, wear them down and so on, like, turn a regular, perfectly good anvil into a slightly damaged or a very damaged anvil, but I felt, you know what, it's worth the convenience. I'd say it's definitely worth the convenience. But anyways, back to where we're going to build the slime farm. We're going to actually build it right here, like I said already. This is a slime chunk. I've checked it and confirmed it in a mist, and so on. And yeah, I still have yet to dig it out, and that's going to take some time. But really, with this slime farm, I'm also into trying to think of the looks of it. And I was actually thinking, let's see, like down here in the base, I already got my beacon set up. I was thinking down here in the base, we have some sort of entrance. You step in, and you got like this glass floor, and then you got this like slope of like let's just use stone brick stairs for an example, going down, and then you got the slime farm itself with a glass wall separating you and the slime farm, and pretty much you could sit there and watch slimes spawn and jump down and die and so on and so on. Yeah. Anyways, the slime farm design we're going to be using is pretty much it's a pretty basic common slime farm. Pretty much we're gonna have platforms the slimes jump off, they go down to the bottom, then they run into cactuses and die, and then hoppers pick up their drops. Or maybe we'll have hopper minecarts underneath those blocks going around picking up drops. I'm thinking we're probably gonna use hopper minecarts because I don't exactly have a super abundant iron supply, because keep in mind, we still don't have an iron farm on here yet. Like, I don't have an iron farm. There may be someone else on the server that has an iron farm at this point. I'm actually not certain. I haven't heard of anyone having an iron farm, but yeah, I got like no iron. So hopper minecarts are probably gonna be the way to go. But what about the rails? Well, from going mining and so on, finding mine shafts, I've been picking up the rails because I thought, hey, they gotta come in use someday. And I'm glad I did, because I think we got enough rails here to do some stuff. One thing is, we don't have any cactus. So, yeah, I'm probably going to have to go ahead and find one of the desert regions and so on. And you know what? We could go ahead and get cactus right now. I'm sure we could get cactus right now. Let's just go ahead, try our luck, and so on. I'm just going to use the random region command, because I forget which regions are, like, in or near a desert. And I know there's only a few named region. Oh, hello. Anyone remember this? This was our original home region, because, I joined the server before it knew which region it should spawn people in. Anyways, I will just go ahead, get cactus here, and start digging out the area for, the slime farm at the base, and I'll get back to you soon. Well, I don't know about you, but I'd definitely say that's enough cactus. So I have begun on clearing out the area here, and so as you can see, I got the chunk, you know, marked out right there, and then I got 4 blocks of room free for, you know, the slimes to come in and fall down in, because, you know, the large slimes need, yeah, they need like 3 by 3 blocks. Well, you know, they need a 3 block wide gap in order to actually fall down in, and so on. But yeah, and also the 4th one for the eventual wall. I don't know what we're gonna use for it. Probably, I'm thinking we're probably just gonna go for some bricks or something. Not gonna be too fancy there, but I don't know. Maybe we'll make some sort of fancy sort of wall. But as you can see, of course, this is just one slime chunk. And I've actually been considering something. What if we actually made it a dual end of slime chunk farm? Because we actually have another slime chunk over here. And, you know, given that this is a multiplayer server, and other people online aren't exactly always in areas where caves are always fully lit up and so on, to ensure the full efficiency of the farm, it could help. It could help quite a lot. And, you know, I don't need, and the thing is also, I don't need to get slime balls at an extreme rate, but you know what, I'm thinking we might go for 2. It all depends. I'm going to clear out the first slime chunk here, and then I'll decide whether or not I want to start work on the second one. But yeah, the second one over here actually is underneath the trench, and don't worry, we're far enough down that it won't affect anything. Now, one thing you may have noticed is my Y height. It's at, you know, Y 39 and so on. I know it's like from layer 40, from like Y40 down to bedrock is where slimes could spawn in a slime chunk, but I'm not exactly sure if slimes could spawn exactly at Y40. I mean, the wiki says like below layer 40 and so on. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I think they can spawn at Y40, but just to be safe, Y39. And also, I'm probably gonna have to clear out the ceiling by one or 2 blocks also, so that way, you know, there's enough room. But it all depends, because pretty much I'm just gonna, you know, build this from the bottom up after I clear this out. But yeah. Also, one thing I was thinking, instead of doing a bunch of progress updates as I dig this out and build up the slime farm, I was thinking, you know what, it can make a really nice time lapse. And I don't know what kind of music I'm going to use here, but, you know, I thought, hey, we could go ahead and do a time lapse. And I've actually decided here to do a 3rd person time lapse, as I've gotten to be able to make a 3rd person time lapse that doesn't actually look terrible, like I've been able to get it to work and so on. But yeah, as you can see right here, here's my camera account. Actually, it's my sister's account, and that she's allowing me to use to, you know, record this time lapse. And also, whenever I have to do tests on my testing server that requires multiple people and so on. So yeah, that is a great help. Anyways, on with the time lapse. Well, there we go. The slime farm is complete, with the exception of the walls, which we're going to be getting to in a moment. So, yeah, my goodness, this project took so much time, like so much time. And actually, I finished this a few days ago as of recording this. I actually decided to take a break after this, sort of, and so on. Did I see a slime down there? I thought I saw a slime. Let's actually jump down there and see. Up. Yep. That slime guy is killing himself or getting... And he's trying to come to me. Huh. Yeah, because, you know, when slimes see players, they want to go towards them. There's another slime over there that fell down. And, yeah, right now, we're having a problem with them falling on cactuses because the wall isn't actually in place here. But, yeah, as you can see, it works, and it's pretty dang awesome. So, yeah, remember when I said something about, you know, how I'd like to have kind of like an area where we can see, where we can view the slime farm and, you know, from and so on. Yeah, right now I'm trying to picture that, because right now it's like, okay, if we were to do this, then we gotta dig out like this area here or that area or something, I don't know, because it's just like, I guess what I'm trying to think is, like, if we're going to have a viewing area for the slime farm, and you know, like an area, because the thing is, I really would like to have this slime farm, in a sense, put on display, so, you know, and like people, if they wanted to, like when they come to my base, they can actually come here. They can see, like they would be able to come and see the slime farm and see it in action and see the slimes jumping out and so on and stuff. But yeah, the one thing is right up there. That's pretty much, that's like literally about 3-4 blocks away from the inner wall of the trench. So it's like my original envisionment of, you know, from the inner wall of the trench, you have this entrance that goes in some, you know, and then you're on, oops, I fell down. Oh boy. Then let me clean this up. There we go. Did that? Yes, it worked. Okay. So pretty much you come in for a bit, then you have like this area below you of probably some bricks or something that would slope downwards or whatever. So that way, you know, you could see, you know, the top and bottom platform all the way from up there and so on and such. And you'd pretty much be walking on black stained glass, and then this thing would be encased in glass and so on. And yeah, that was the basic idea. But given the limited room, it's like, can I really do that? Well, one thing is, if we move the entrance to the outer wall end of the slime farm here, I think that would fix the problem. I think that would give us plenty of room to work with and so on. But yeah, also I kind of want to make this slime farm a bit more, I guess I want to integrate it into the base with other things, sort of. Like, one thing is the transportation system of the base. Like, once we eventually get in a system to where, you know, people can hop in a minecart or take an ice path. And by the way, I removed No Cheat Plus a while back, so ice paths work again. You know, pretty much like one of the ice paths and or, you know, minecart tracks would go by the slime farm, and I guess, you know, that's a bit more smaller scale or something. But yeah, the general idea is I want to put this thing on display, and I'm trying to think of what's the best way to do that. So yeah, I'm actually gonna go ahead, hop into a test world for a moment and try some ideas I have and see what I come up with. Oh, and also earlier when I showed you that that, you know, Anvil Dispenser, I'll also go ahead and show you that in my test world, because it is kind of cool. It's pretty simple and so on, and I thought, you know, whatever, and might as well show you. Well, here we are in my test world, and here is a little something I've built to kind of get my idea across of what I'm thinking of doing, like for the display area in the slime farm. Now, obviously, this allows people to get right up close to it and really negatively affect the slime spawn rates and so on, at least at top, and up top, and down, you know, near the bottom, slimes may still spawn or something. But yeah, this is pretty much the basic idea. We have normal glass here, then we have, you know, this dark stained glass here, and so on. And then, you know, we have this kind of slope, and could be some bricks, could be some other material. I'm almost thinking it would probably would work better, you know, using dark oak and you know, using like dark oak planks and wood and stairs and so on and slabs and such. I don't know exactly how I would make it look. Maybe I can make a little something here real quick. Well, there we go. I've made a little example here of what it could possibly be. You know, we have this pattern pretty much repeated throughout, and that'll give it some shape, a little bit of depth, and so on. It wouldn't be anything too fancy. It's, you know, a basic repetitive pattern that would just be continued throughout, and so on. But I don't know. It could work, and you know, it has that dark look and so on. You got to keep in mind another thing with this is it would be in pretty much a pitch black area. So yeah, you know, you'd be here, and the light level would be either minimal or non-existent. So the only light you'd pretty much be able to see is from the farm or any other light sources that would be, you know, in here. So yeah, not exactly sure what I'll do with this. I think I just need a little bit more time to think up what I'm going to do there. Well, anyways, now where is it? I think, yep, there it is. The Anvil Dispenser that I used here. As you can see, I'll go ahead and clear out that. Pretty much up here is where the anvils get loaded. And then when I press the button, it's actually not going to drop an anvil first try. I need to kind of, you know, get it going. But I do that. And there we go, it prepares another one and so on. So, yeah, here's pretty much, you know, the redstone. We got 2 sticky pistons right here. And then, you know, a sticky piston right there with our half slab. Right here, we got this torch to invert the signal. We have a repeater on, we have a repeater on 2 ticks right here. And so on. I think that could it be higher? Maybe, I don't know. Oh, and this needs to be on 3, well, it doesn't need to be on 3 ticks. This could be on 2 or 3 ticks. On the server, I put it on the 3 ticks because I noticed there were some instances of where this thing just failed to dispense an anvil, though I think an anvil may have legitimately broken and so on. Like, it dropped an anvil and it broke and so on, and, you know, therefore it didn't dispense it because, you know, it broke it. But yeah, we got this redstone going over here. We got this comparator, this repeater here, and pretty much what this does is, what does it do? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Pretty much it'll only allow a brief pulse in the redstone through here. Like if we go ahead and do that and so on, then we power it, it will pretty much generate a brief little pulse of redstone, and which, you know, well, go ahead, retract this piston and push it back out. And the thing is, with anvils, I need to get rid of those down there. The thing is, with anvils, while they're falling, you can actually move them like that because they're entities and so on when they're falling, I suppose. I'm not exactly sure why it works like that, but it does. And it works, and it's awesome, and it's a pretty simple little contraption and so on. Yeah. I actually don't know if this block right here is necessary, but I think this block right here may be necessary. I don't know. Let's just get rid of those. Does that work? Huh. It does. I thought I needed those blocks there. Okay. So, well, anyways, there's the Anvil Dispenser if you were interested. Very simple design. It's probably something that you've seen other places before. I mean, I haven't really seen, you know, I've seen Anvil dispensers before, but when it comes to redstone, I haven't quite seen something like this. But yeah, then again, I'm sure there's some other Anvil dispenser out there that just, you know, super compacts the redstone and makes this look bulky in comparison. But whatever, it pretty much fits into the situation I needed it for, you know, for the storage room and so on. So yeah. Okay, so here we are back on the server, and I wanted to go ahead and take a moment to talk about some recent server news and so on. I'm going to assume most of you already know this, and so, because, well, whenever you log in, it pops up in like, you know, whenever you log in, it displays this message and so on, that the rank shop has returned, and it's also on the website's front page and so on. So yeah, I just wanted to take a moment to note it in here, and so that the rank shop has indeed returned, and you can now, if you wanted to, you're able to go ahead and buy a rank on here, which comes along with many cosmetical benefits. And there's also a new benefit, and so that's new to YourMC. It's a particles thing. I'll get into it in a moment. But yeah, I just really wanted to announce that, and also because throughout the rest of this month, throughout the rest of February here, Ultra is actually going to be, well, it is on sale, and for 25% off. So if you're interested in picking it up, I'd actually recommend doing so before the month's over and so on. But yeah, also if we go ahead, pretty much the new benefit that's recently been added is pretty much a Trails plugin and so on. We just type /Trails, brings up this GUI where we can go ahead and select from tree trails. There's other trails here, but they are disabled just, because they're buggy and whatever. But yeah, if we go in here, we got like some block trails. Like I'm just going to go ahead and use a few of them as an example. Rainbow blocks. It isn't displaying it because I'm sitting on a half slab, isn't it? It's not displaying it. That's a little bit odd. That is odd. Why? How about carpet? Ah, there we go. There we go. Okay. Don't know why the rainbow blocks were working there, but as you can see, pretty much you can have carpet follow you around. And if you're worried about, these sort of blocks interfering with, anything, don't worry, because like here I'm holding down right click, and as soon as it appears, it disappears. And that's because it's pretty much something that is sent to the client, and it's not actually on the server and so on. So it's just sent to everyone who's in range and can see it. But yeah, there's also particle trails and so on. I'd have to say my favorite one is this spark one, which you saw a little bit of it, and during the time lapse I was using a little bit of it and so on. But yeah, these are pretty simple little particle effect trails and so on. I'd have to say another one of my favorite ones is the water one. Like, look at that. I just kind of like that and so on. But yeah, let's see, where's another good one? White magic. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good one. There's also, there's also an emerald one and so on. But it's kind of like the water one, only, the emerald, like, particle effects and so on don't go down and so on. There's just tons of things. There's also like this enchant one. And if we walk along, you can see it works pretty much just like the water one, but, and it's, those, weird symbols and so on you see like in enchantment tables and such. But yeah, I'd say that's pretty much all I have to say. Anyways, back on with this and so on. Really, just because of how much I've been talking in this episode and so on, I'm thinking that we're going to have to end it off soon here and so on. But one thing is, like with the walls here, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do here. I'm thinking maybe I should just build all these, what I was thinking was using these dark oak and the logs, along here and so on, and just doing that, which I think, it'd have a nice, decent look to it. The only thing is, no one would ever be able to see it because the farm would be sealed off because it wouldn't have, any sort of, way to see it. So it's just like, yeah, I don't know. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and worry about working on like the inner wall in here and so on in between episodes, and whether or not we have a display area of sorts, because honestly I'm not quite sure what to do with it. I'm just like, I got some vague ideas of what I want to do, but I'm not quite sure of what I should do. So along with, trying to work on the walls in there, like in between episodes for the slime farm and the display, if I do decide to do that, I'm not 100% sure if I will, but it's just like, I worked hard on that slime farm. I want to put it on display. It's like, but yeah. Anyways, one other thing I'm thinking, I don't know if I'll get into it like in between episodes or not, but I'm sure eventually I will. There's the transport system here, like you know, right here. Pretty much, I just got it like something I put down as an example, something to give me an idea of how it could work and look and so on. But yeah, I'm thinking in total we might actually have 2 water streams, and of leading to 2 separate central collection points. One being, of course, down here for our bulk storage, you know, for our farms and such, and so on. And another one would go up there and near the region post and so on into, like, an array of chests and so on. And pretty much those chests would be set so the way anyone can open them. Pretty much, let's just say, like, for example, if we had an overabundance of slime balls that we just weren't going to use, rather than just keeping them all to ourselves, we could just go ahead, have them piped up there into like the chest system near the region post, like into a chest system near the region post. There isn't one currently, but you know, have them piped there. Then other people that are in need of those slime balls or other materials that I have an overabundance of and don't need, could go ahead and take them and so on. So yeah, that's something, and so I'm probably going to do. The thing is, you know, I guess the big thing is, you know, it's just the looks of this area in here, and like currently, did I already say this? But it's pretty much just like a shell, and I'm not 100% sure, you know, how I should make it all look exactly. But yeah. Anyways, guys, I have rambled on for long enough in this episode. I'm going to end it off here and see what I can do in between episodes, and also see, you know, and also try and think of, you know, what could we do next episode and so on. But yeah, you know, I really want to get to work on here more and so on, because, you know, this map's been around for 3 months and we don't have much to show for it yet, and it's kind of sad. But then again, you know, I'm not just playing here on my own server. I'm also having to maintain it and, you know, update it and so on. And getting out the rank shop took a lot of time, so it's just like, yeah, I guess it's understandable why progress isn't going along as fast as I'd like it to be. Oh well. Anyways, guys, until next time, I will see you all later. Bye.